Hola, hola, hola. How is everyone doing out there? I hope you're doing well. My name is Shauna Hibbis, and I am an author, motivational speaker, podcast host, facilitator, bilingual early childhood specialist of over 25 plus years. Yo hablas inglés en español también. And I am known as the inner child whisperer. Welcome to another week of reflections. Another week of reflections where we look in the mirror and we ask the hard questions. I just realized my mirror is not right here. I'm going to look in the camera and ask the hard questions. I have my notebook. I have my notes. I have my thoughts. I've meditated on this question. I got my lights on. I have everything all set up, and I don't have my mirror. That's okay. That's life. And we're just going to keep it pushing, right? This is a serious question. This question right here. So, I write these out months in advance, and I post the mantras of the week on Monday. I post the Wednesday question, and on Friday I will pop up with a video answering the question for myself in hopes that you are doing the same for yourself. So it's a win-win situation. We can all help each other. But every so often, a question pops up that stops me in my tracks. And I wonder, why did you write that, or what made you schedule that to come out for this week? And of course, I don't know those answers because I schedule them ahead of time. I work on these things ahead of time so that the only thing that's real time is dropping the video and answering the question. So this question stunted me this week. It stunted me. I will agree. I will admit to that. I have a very overactive inner critic that I have been trying to silence her voice for quite some time now. And I've been successful over the last few months, but she's starting to come up into a little bit of a whisper lately. And she's whispering something that's old, that she's always bringing up. But it tends to pop up. My inner critic tends to pop up with this at times where I'm feeling not the greatest about that situation or circumstance. So in this case, it's about my future goals and dreams and what I expect for my life to look like and be like. And she keeps telling me, my inner critic keeps telling me what I've been hearing, the whispers lately, as of late, is that I'm dreaming too big. I'm dreaming too big. I have too many goals. I already have enough stuff that I've done. I don't need to do anything else. Nobody wants to hear from you. You can't help anybody. You should just stop. This is what she's been saying to me as of late. This keeps me up at night sometimes. I think we had a question one week of what keeps you up at night. And so this question of what is your inner critic whispering to you? I'm in a space right now where she's always trying to get at me. And so I'm in a space right now where I'm paying attention to my triggers. So when something like that pops up, like she popped up this week, what's your future goals and dreams? I start feeling a little bit of anxious in my body, and I start thinking about, okay, why is that popping up? And I'm starting to pay attention to triggers because I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, get distracted, get off of my task, not living my life on purpose. And because that's what can happen when you hear stuff like this from your inner critic. So what I paid attention to this week was my triggers. So it's like, what triggered this? What triggered this for her to pop up and be all, that I'm not going to be able to do this? And that was doubt. I had some doubt this week about a few things that didn't work out the way that I wanted them to work out. And it caused doubt within me. And then that's when she pops up, And so I'm paying attention to my triggers. When I tracked my triggers and I started journaling to doubt, why were you doubting this? What was the reasons for it? What direction are you going to go in this? How are you going to get yourself from feeling this feeling? Because this is not a good feeling for you to sit in because you know where that could lead you to. So that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on triggers. I'm focusing on the energies around me, the people that I talk to, the people that I socialize with, what I'm listening to, what I'm viewing. I'm being extremely, extremely cautious because I feel like I'm like at a critical point when this happens to me, because I'm the type that could shut down and just say, yeah, maybe, maybe I'll just do something different. I'm the type that will come up with another project to cover up a project that should have been born, so I have to be careful about how I self-sabotage. And these things, this is how these things go. This is how they lead you more and more away from your purpose and more away from what you're supposed to be doing. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm tracking my triggers, I'm facing my fears, and I'm overcoming them through my meditations, through my gratitude activities that I do every day. And I speak about this to the people that are in my tribe so they know exactly how I'm feeling every day. And speaking to people that speak life into you is an incredible feeling, and I pray that everyone out there has an opportunity or have people around you that speak life into you, because that's what this is all about. Thank you for listening to this reflection video. If you felt like this resonated with you, please feel free to share it out, and I will see you next week at around the same time, day. Have an amazing weekend y muchas gracias. Ritmo! Ciao, baby.